I want to show you guys how here in the community, we were able to capitalize on this morning flush down, closing out that inefficiency in SPX and then hitting that bottom of 68.60. And that was all based on probabilities of Thursdays, understanding that Thursdays have the highest likelihood of closing out weekly inefficiencies, and then understanding that deltas kind of control the support and resistance. I'm going to go ahead and show you that right now. So using the opening delta profile, 69.50 was kind of the top, but nothing around us was even remotely over 1 billion. So anything under $1 billion, we know that the market has a very easy time flipping it, and the act of them flipping these long deltas makes it so that the market actually does a flush. And so when we zoom the time out a little bit further, we can see exactly what's happened. We saw that 69.35 became heavily short. Eventually, this strike actually got to upwards of $1 billion on the way down. So you can see that the market made quite a momentous move downwards. Our SPY puts on this move down, 691 went from $1.40 to now resting at $4.71. But obviously, we don't always hold it all the way to the end. But that's kind of how the day went. I want you to take a quick look at where the market stopped for the bottom of today. It was 68.59.73. We'll round that up to 68.60. Now, how did I know that this was going to be a likely bottom, a potential for us to want to try to long it? Right here on the delta profile, you can see that 68.60 is our last line of defense. This is like our 300 wall. If anyone's watched that movie, this is where the last line is, and this is where the market makers are still long, and they want price to stay above that. And so that's kind of where we figured a pivot would come, and that's it. That was the pivot. That was where we decided that selling below 6,800 put credit spreads would be a high likelihood of success. There's two points of interest, two data points actually, that we always remind ourselves for Thursdays. Thursdays, first of all, the inefficiencies in SPX, the weekly gaps, there's an 82% chance of those closing on Thursday. It's the highest probability for the week. Not only that, we also remember that on average, Thursdays have a 22% higher chance of moving the most points. So for SPX moving up and down in one direction, a trending day, let's say, Thursdays actually hold the highest probability for the cash session on SPX to move the most. So if that helps you with your trading, great. If you want to learn more about this stuff and how we do it, come into the streams, man. That's how we do it. It's how we do it.